Hello everyone and welcome to xxMelle Potato Kitchen! This week we're making two different desserts and it is commonly known as dirt. It is a weird name, I must say. I was confused what it was at first, but Alice, you asked for this, so here you go. You're gonna have some dirt today. We're gonna start with Oreo vanilla cream cheese kinda dirt pudding recipe, and then we're gonna do a lemon one. Let's get right into it, shall we? This is what it looked like. I've put those into those cups because I felt it was so pretty like this, but those are huge. So it makes at least 8 portions, not 4. So for this recipe, you will need cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, 2 packs of pudding, milk or milk substitute, Cool Whip, Oreos, caramel, and optionally vanilla flavored alcohol. So what I did is I started with a full packet of cream cheese that should have been room temperature, but wasn't. So I had a lot of issue. Half a cup of softened butter and a cup of powdered sugar. You add that into a bowl and you incorporate all of those until you reach a creamy texture. If you can't do it like me, just put it aside until the cream cheese is a little bit more soft. Then in a bowl you want to add a 2 packet of pudding, and I added 3 1/4 cup of milk, and I added a 1/4 cup of the vanilla alcohol. But if you do not want to add the alcohol, I would suggest just replacing it by the milk, because that's what I did. I just removed a 1/4 cup of milk to add this alcohol in it, so it does not fuck up the mixture. You want to whisk that until smooth and thicken, and then you want to fold it in the Cool Whip. But I think my Cool Whip had to be room temperature as well or something. I don't know. It was in the freezer, so it didn't want to incorporate or anything. So I was like, this recipe is ruined. I fucked up, and yeah, it was catastrophic. I don't do a lot of dessert or anything, so I was like, this is the end. This is bad. I ruined it. It's over. It eventually managed to all incorporate together. Then I switched back to the cream cheese mixture, making sure it was all smooth. Add that into the pudding and Cool Whip and tried to incorporate everything together. And I struggled. I cut the time here because I whisked that for so long, my arms were sore. Nothing was working. Okay, it was a mess, but everything turned out fine. So if you do this recipe and you struggle, just keep going. It will work out. Okay. Then I wanted to use this container, but I didn't because, as you see, I've used the nice cup. So forget that it's there. I just added the Oreo into a food processor with some dark chocolate and grinded that until I got this granulated texture. We like granulated texture here, apparently. Then it's assembly time already. Already assembly time. So what you want to do is you want to take whichever container you want, and you can drizzle some caramel in it to make it look fancy. If it's not translucent, I would just suggest adding caramel on top of it. My caramel was a little bit more liquidy than I expected. Once it touched the glass, it started to run down and we didn't really see much of it. But what I did is I added the caramel on the inside of the glass so that it like drizzled at the bottom. Added a layer of the cookie crumb, added a layer of pudding, one more layer of cookie crumb pudding until I had nothing left and that all of the cups were full. And added more caramel on top, and this is what it looked like. So good. Everyone loved it. It was really sweet, and it was really like, it's a cheat day dessert. For the next one, it tasted like Chickadee told me that it tastes like lemon pie that you get from grocery store, and it was honestly really good. I enjoyed that one a lot more than the first one, but I am a lemon person. It was layered, it was pretty, and it has the same ingredient except that you add lemon pudding instead of vanilla pudding, and cookie are lemon flavored as well. So you want to start with some Cool Whip, lemon, cookie, powdered sugar, cream cheese, 2 packs of lemon puddings, milk, and I added also some homemade lemon syrup, which I will show how to do in a few weeks. So make sure to follow and subscribe and everything so that you can see when this video comes out. I will make a video about all my simple syrups at once. So what you want to do is you want to take the cookies and you want to crush them like you did with the Oreo. But you want to reserve 3/4 cup of the crushed cookie for the top layer. So from all of those cookies, take 3/4 cup and put it aside. Put the remaining of the cookie at the bottom of a container in which you will put the dessert in. You want to leave it in there. And you want to melt 1/2 cup of butter. Here, I melted some butter and then I was like, let's see if it's really 1/2 cup. And it was perfect 1/2 cup. I am so proud of myself here. And you want to mix this 1/2 cup of butter with the cookie crumb to make a crust layer. Then next thing to do is to do the pudding mixture and put it into the fridge. So I've put the 2 packet of pudding in there and I ran out of milk, so I used coconut milk, and I figured it would be good as well because it's thicker and richer. And yeah, so you add 3¼ cup of milk into the bowl with the pudding, you whisk it and put it into the fridge. Next step is room temperature cream cheese, which again, I didn't do. It was fresh out of the fridge. You want to smash that thing until it looks like it was room temperature. Then you want to add the powdered sugar and incorporate all of this. Once the powdered sugar and cream cheese is combined, you want to combine the 8 ounces of Cool Whip. I use 1/4 of my 1 liter of Cool Whip and combine it with the cream cheese and powdered sugar. And then I added some lemon zest as well for more lemon flavor. Mixed it all up, and then you want to add this as a second layer into our container. You want to put that right on top of the cookie crumbs, but you want to make sure that you do not move the cookie crumbs. So you do a little bit like you would do a shepherd pie. You put some and you are careful not moving everything. Then in the pudding mix, I added 3 teaspoons of lemon syrup and mixed it well and add that on top of the second layer. So this is our 3rd layer. Our 4th layer is going to be the remaining Cool Whip. I added more. I added actual whipped cream I had in the fridge in a different kind of container because I didn't have enough. The instruction here are 8 ounces of Cool Whip, but my Cool Whip here is sold as milliliters and liters, so I had a 1 liter container that I use half for the other recipe. So yeah, just add as much Cool Whip as you can on top of the pudding layer so that it forms another layer. And you want to add the remaining cookie crumbs on top, and this is what it looked like. It was really yummy. It tasted a lot like lemon and it was really tasty. So this is the recipe we have today for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, Ellis, you are entertained by this recipe and my struggle with the first recipe. It was definitely new territory for me. I do not really eat pudding, not even pre-made pudding. So it was interesting to do. I really enjoyed the second version, but I'm not really a vanilla person. So yeah, it is my preferences and not a recipe question. But yeah, it was really fun to do. And I will probably make the lemon one again. Maybe. But maybe a smaller version. Because this was a lot. Anyway, this is perfect for when you go see friends or family and you want to share a dessert that is cheap and simple to do. There's a lot of steps, but it's still not that complicated because there's no baking. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week for another nice recipe, which is gonna be pillar inspired poke bowl. Request from Chickadee. So hope you guys are ready for this because it's gonna be amazing. See you guys next week. Bye bye.